Friends, okay, so this is the first episode of Fix My Space, and I am truly excited. A lot of you guys DM me and ask me for assistance on design and what would you do with the space, and so I figured I would incorporate something like this on the channel where I can actually help you guys, with some design dilemmas that you may be having in your current rental spaces. So that's what this video is going to be all about, fixing the space. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Wayna. I make videos on home decor, especially rental-friendly home decor. So the first person that won is Janae, and let's see what Janae needs help with.
Wayna. So my name is Janae. I go by Dupree on social media, but I'm Janae. I've been following for a while, and I'm super excited. I'm going to show you the space that I'm thinking about. However, it's still there's a lot that has to be done. So if you feel like this is there's a few more steps that needs to happen before we can get to a point of design. No pressure, okay? Okay, so here is the living room that I'm kind of needing some help with. This was originally my bedroom that I converted to my living room. Tore out a wall, tore out the ceiling, lofted it, put in this beautiful skylight. This window just came in today. And then this is the wall that I wanted to use for inspiration. You inspired me to. So here are some colors I'm in between for the blacks. Please let me know the color black that you used. The floors are going to be redone. So honestly, it's open canvas.
So I love the space. It looks very lofty, and I love the peak of the ceiling as well. Now what I will say is, when you first come in, it looks like that's the front door, and if that is the front door, I wouldn't personally put the black wall on the wall with the door, because when you think about a accent wall, it needs to be basically like the focal wall. So my black wall, when you first walk into the living room, that's the first thing you see. It's kind of like the focal point. And when you walk in, if that is the door, the first thing you will see is the staircase as well as that wall that's behind it. So that may need to be your focal point. But then, let me backtrack that, because depending on where you decide to place your furniture, then maybe that's not the focal wall. So let's look at some more pictures. What I would do, and just looking at the space, it looked like it's a little bit narrow. I don't know, because I'm not there. But if in the case that that is a narrow space, you want to definitely make sure that you keep your furniture very true to scale. Make sure you get furniture that's not too big, because if you do, it's just going to ruin everything, and you don't want that. So I would definitely think about how you're going to finish the railing, because that is the focal point of this room. It's very beautiful, and it is the biggest statement piece in the room. So like, you could do black, or you could do a wood, like a wood finish. I'm curious to know what your desire for the railing is going to be, the wooden railing that is. But whatever you do there, make sure it contrasts well with the wall. So if you're going to do something light, I would do something darker with that actual railing. Like I said, I don't know how big the space is, so I'm just kind of like giving you like a ballpark answer, because I'm not for sure how big the space is. But if the space is the size that I think it is, then I would probably try to get my furniture in the middle of the floor and not use my furniture, put my furniture on a wall. I would go with a big enough area rug where the couch can be like in the middle, and then I would have walkways on each side, and I would just kind of build out a space. I would build out a space there. Now the staircase could be behind the sofa, and then that wall that's near the door, if that is like the main wall, and I don't know if you plan to have a television there or not, but if you do, that would be a good wall to put the television on. But again, judging by the video and the pictures, you would definitely need to make sure that that furniture is the appropriate size, like this, as far as the scale is concerned, because that would definitely make or break the space. But so far, I like it. Looks really, really good. And also, if you are interested in working with me as far as you know, more detailed, step by step, I'm always available for hire. All right, so yeah, nice space. Thank you for entering your space, and good luck for sure. Nice little design journey ahead. All right, so moving on to the next person who entered.
Hey, my name is Kayshawn Newson. I am from Nashville, Tennessee, and welcome to my room. Let's see if I can turn this video around. There we go. Room is kind of a mess. It's a work in progress for sure, but like this is it. I have decorations, I have pictures I haven't hung up yet, different little quotes, and so I normally have my window covered because I work the night shift. I have some quotes that I want to kind of take off the wall, but scripture, but I probably will take it off the wall soon. This is my bed. A messy bed. I got so many blankets and stuff on there, but I kind of like that. And like here's my clothes, and I have a little random little bookshelf here. Calendar. That's my room. Hopefully that was a good enough video for you, and hopefully you pick me.
Let's get into this room. So I'm looking at this screenshot here, and I do see where your bed is on one side of the room, and it looks like this is when you first walk in. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong or right, but I think that if you put your bed more in the middle and have like a little slight walk space on each side, I think you might like that a little bit more. If this was my room, what I would do is I would definitely take down the quotes. By the way, I read a lot of them. So beautiful. I was like, I need to read 1 Corinthians. But I would take those down and try to think of something a little bit more artistic to do, maybe like a really nice DIY. You could use like some leftover cardboard, or even go to Home Depot and get like a real big moving box. They're like $1.75, and then you could cover it up with maybe say like contact paper, and then just like make a really big piece. Choose your best scripture and then write that on there. I may do that as a DIY, and you could write it on there, and then you can hang it up, and it'll be more of a statement piece. Because the thing with the construction paper is that it's a lot of different colors, and you can't really see what it says. When you have art or quotes, you want it to be very decorative, or you want to just be able to see it. Sometimes just having blunt words there that's really big, it just makes the quote, you know, stand out even more. The next thing I think you need is a command center. You kind of remind me of myself, because I literally have Post-its all around the house. It's kind of crazy. And I see you already have a cork board, but you have like, you know, a lot of little sticky pads on there. So you could definitely make a command center where you can use another cork board and just buy a roll of cork. They have like you can make a whole cork wall. That's what I think you should do. You should make a whole cork wall, and that way all of that stuff has a station, you know, because it's like you always want to section stuff out. But I would make a section in the room that was just for my affirmations, for my calendar, for my reminders, all of that stuff. And then I see you have some artwork that's kind of hanging out on your luggage, and I would just hang that, you know, hang it in the best spot possible. What else would I say for you to do? Is that you in the picture as a kid? That's a cute baby. If that's you, you are a cute baby. And what else is on the floor? You just have a lot of stuff on the floor. And when you notice that you have a lot of stuff on the floor, that means that you need vertical space. And an easy fix for vertical space is just buying something from IKEA. If they ship it, that's even better. I think it's like $39 or something like that to ship. But bookshelves, get stuff off the ground, you can put them in boxes, and it just makes things a lot more organized. Now your bed. Is this bed from Amazon? Because I think I've seen it. I actually want this bed. And the reason I like this bed, I'm so nosy, I'm all underneath your bed. Is that a sewing machine? Yeah, the reason I like this bed is because it is a lot of storage underneath there. So once you get everything organized, I would honestly store all of my luggage under my bed. That way you can get it off the walls, and if you put your bed in the middle of the floor and maybe, you know, get a nice rug to go underneath it or 2 runners on the side, then you would definitely like that a lot more. When you think bedroom, if you're thinking more so decor, I would get some really nice blackout drapes. They sell them on Amazon, dirt cheap. They're very thick, and they do exactly what they said, you know, what it sounds like. They block out the light. So that would be a good investment for you. And then you could just, you know, get a nice duvet or whatever, or I like the one that you have now. You know, make your bed up. And oh, I know what I was going to say. I would get a king size comforter, because if you get a king size, it's going to lay over the bed a little bit more, and it'll camouflage or hide whatever is underneath the bed. You won't be able to see directly under it, so that will work out in your favor there. And then what else do you have? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't even look like you have a lot of stuff in your closet. Maybe buy some velvet material hangers, because they're a lot thinner, and then hang up as much as you can hang up, because that's a really good way to free up some space. Put some hooks around the room. I love using hooks, even like behind your door. I didn't really get a chance. Okay, you do have hooks behind the door, so you're already using it. You can use hooks also, like the 3M command hooks. You don't have to necessarily put holes in the walls, but you can buy a few of those, and you can hang up things there too. So that's what I would do to just kind of get the party started. I would invest in some good blackout curtains, and I would put my bed more so in the middle. Yeah, that's just me. Or if you wanted to, you could turn your bed so when you first walk in, the bed is facing this way. So you would put the bed on the right hand side. That's another option. I've actually designed a client's space like that, and I'll insert a picture here. But yeah, that's what I would do. Get yourself some little inexpensive nightstands. I took a trip to IKEA not too long ago, and there was a few things in there that was very affordable that I think would look really nice in your space. And you need lighting, it looks like, because I don't know how much light you get from this cylinder light, but you know, at night when you're writing stuff down and things like that, having nice task lighting on each side is really nice. And if you don't have the space on your nightstand, you can add some pendants, like some wall lights that have the cord kind of exposed. That's kind of a real good vibe right there. So yeah, that is my recommendations for you. And maybe do a gallery wall of quotes. That would be cool. So I hope it helps. I hope this feedback helps.
Hello, my name is Tawana. I am from Kansas City, Missouri, and this is my space that I would love for you to fix. So this is my living room. As you can see, it has a built-in bookcase, which I'm not really sure what to do with that yet. Hence all the extra just stuff and junk everywhere. And another big problem area is this huge fireplace that isn't even centered in between the wall. As you can see, that it's really a mess. When I moved in here, I loved it because I have the drop-down living room, but I didn't really notice that this was in a weird position on the wall. And then lastly, another problem area I have is these huge walls. So much wall space. Not sure what to do to occupy that space. So of course you can see the blinds. But this is my living room space.
Hey Tawana, thank you for submitting your space. It is very beautiful. Alright, so when you first walk in, you see this long couch, and it has about 4 cushions, which is a little bit different. I would say that if you can try to change the room around and maybe put the back of the couch up against or just in front of the window and see how that looks, that would be worth giving it a try just to see. But if it doesn't look right that way, then keep it this way. Now everything in this space is really soft, so I would probably switch out my ottoman for maybe a wooden table or some type of metal table. I think you sent me something like that in your inspo picture, but maybe something glass, something round for sure, and it would just kind of break up all of these squares and all of these lines. Plus it would complement the roundness of your fireplace. So yeah, I would get rid of that, and then I would get myself a nice area rug, or nice really big area rug that would complement the space. I would make sure that it is something that is lighter, because I don't know if you're planning to change out the floors, but that's, that would make your budget go up a lot more. But yeah, if you were just to get a nice oversized area rug, maybe a shag rug would be really nice, maybe a nice ivory one. And of course, adding your window treatments. Some nice lighter colored window treatments would be really nice. And I can't give you an exact color of what you should use, because I would personally recommend changing the colors of the wall. Everything is extremely warm, and the couch itself is pretty gray. But if you wanted to really update the space, the cheapest way to do it would be to add new painting into the space. So new light color, cooler color paint would really modern things up. And you could add some throw pillows, and the bigger the better. And I would go with some down pillows so that you can, form them and make them look very luxurious. But that would kind of take away from that four cushion thing that you got going on. And your space is so much a blank canvas. I'm going to give you a lot of different options. Another thing that I would do is bring my couch up a little bit. And if you wanted to use maybe like a console table, and if you're not familiar with a console table is, it's just this really thin table, and you can place it pretty much anywhere that's narrow. You can put it behind couches, but I would use that because right now you don't have a place to set anything. If you're drinking something, if you want to put a light fixture, like a lamp, you don't have any surface space whatsoever. So I would consider doing that as well. And then I would go ahead and add some artwork behind my couch. The cheapest route to go is to just purchase some nice frames from IKEA, and you could, get some downloadable prints, whatever it is that you're interested in, like whatever type of prints you like, and you could just put them into the frames and mount it, and that would just bring a focal point to the room. Now, you have a floor lamp, but I would say for symmetry purposes, I would probably do one or two things. I would either put a lamp on one side with a table, and then maybe do a stand-up lamp behind it, because that's a corner pretty much. Or you could get those lamps or the lights that attach to the wall and just kind of come out like a swing arm for more modern feel. You could do that, but I would definitely incorporate some end tables or some C tables. What else would I do to this space? I would, above the fireplace, I would add shelving, and I would do a nice little display there. You could put family photos. You should always add some greenery, any nice vases, maybe, or you could add candles at the base of the fireplace, which would be super romantic, or some cylinder glass vases. That will be very romantic and beautiful. All right, now when it comes to your built-in bookcase, I think that you have a lot of potential here. If you still wanted to keep your furniture facing this way, you can keep your TV there. I would just mount it. Anytime you mount your TV, you instantly upgrade your space. It's very luxurious to do. I drew it a little bit higher than what I would actually mount it. I usually mount my TVs about 1 foot to 1.2 feet above the surface that it's sitting on. But yeah, I would mount my TV, and you have a few books, and I tried to magnify it, but you have a few books here. If you don't have a consistent color scheme and you have book covers, I would take the book covers off. I would turn the books around where you would just see the white pages, and I would add some decorative elements in there as well. Maybe add a plant of some sort underneath the television, and just get decorative and make everything look really nice and pleasing to the eye. You could use boxes if you have things that you need to store, but that bookshelf could just be a really nice place for display and storage. Okay, so you mentioned that the fireplace is not in the middle of the wall, which I definitely recognize. So when it comes to keeping your space in this layout, if you do that, then I would suggest maybe a mirror, because that's the flattest thing that can go on the wall that will still do one of two things. It would bounce the light from the window on the other side, and it would give you a place to, take some selfies or just, brighten the room up, but it also won't take away from the space that you have on the floor. And you don't want something that comes out too much, because then it will obstruct your view of the television. So you could do that. Maybe a nice plant pot, right by the fireplace. I think that would be cute. Okay, so I mentioned earlier in the video that if you could change your furniture around so that your cushions, your main four cushions, will be facing the fireplace. Now you see how I have your shelves there. Imagine if your TV was there and you still had the same setup with the mirror and you had the bookshelf to the side. Well, the bookshelf could just be, a nice decorative place for your artwork, or it could just, be another place where you could put more shelves in and have maybe more display, something to that effect. But I just wanted to show you that you can definitely change your furniture around and get a whole new different look and still keep the same elements that I already provided you with. And another thing is, when you think about your space, you want to make sure that your furniture is not too large. From the picture, it does look like the couch may be a little bit oversized, but sometimes you just have to work with what you have. But if you turn your furniture around and it looks good, I would definitely go with the second option of adding my television above the fireplace and using the bookshelf as just like another place for storage and decorative purposes. So I hope this helps. Guys, thank you so much for entering your spaces. Don't forget, guys, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know the next time I'm hosting a free room makeover. Don't forget, guys, be you, be beautiful, be chic on a budget, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Bye, guys.